live over here. Hey. Hey guys, so I'm going to be looking like back and forth because I have my Facebook going and I have my Instagram going all at the same time. But just jumping on here really quick. So today I'm going to share with you guys 3 questions that I'm commonly asked about compatibility and courtship, and 3 questions that you should be asking instead. So if you guys don't know me, my name is Zara. I am the creator of the Captivating Courtship Code, host of the Courtship Code podcast, and my 6-step proven process has successfully helped women to attract compatible partners and courtships for marriage in less time. So I'm going to be sharing with you guys, like I said, 3 questions that I'm commonly asked about compatibility and courtships, and 3 questions that you should be asking me. So the first question that I'm commonly asked is, the most frequent question that I'm commonly asked is, where to find compatible partners? Where do I find my compatible partners? And I understand why a lot of women get really hooked on this question, whether it's in email or if it's in DMs or if it's in the Facebook group. By the way, if you're listening to this, go ahead and join the Captivating Courtship Code Facebook group. It's a free Facebook group, but go ahead and go in there. You can post any questions that you have. I put exclusive content in there, stuff that I don't post on any other pages, so you can go ahead and check that out. But the first question, like I said, the first question that most women ask me, however they reach out to me or even when they are booking discovery calls, is, where do I find compatible partners? Where do I find compatible partners? So even though that's a good question, and that's a good place to kind of start, at least if you are deciding that you want to start making an effort. The more important question is, who are the compatible and the right partners for you? A lot of you guys are stuck on the where, and you don't know who that is, who it authentically is. And when I say authentically, I don't mean in a way where you are trying to fit into society, trying to fit into your cultural beliefs or your religious beliefs, or trying to fit in with your friends and trying to attract somebody based upon what you think will give you some type of validation or make other people look up to you or admire you. But who's truly compatible with you from the most authentic place, which is your core, which requires you to reconnect with it, right? Get really clear on who you are and get really clear on your core values and what it is that you're looking for. But once you understand that, then the where comes more naturally. It comes more authentically. You understand because you understand who it is that you are actually looking for. If you have no clue what you're looking for, you're asking your friends or your family members or whoever it is to introduce you to people, or where can I go to meet somebody, but you don't really know what you're looking for. You don't know who's authentically compatible with you, so that you're more likely to have, greater success when it comes to meeting people. If you don't know who that person is, then where you're showing up is going to be off base. So you need to get really clear on who this person is. First, get clear on who you are. Authentically clear on who you truly are and who's going to be truly compatible with you. And then you can start to think, and I'll use the word strategize lightly because I don't want you thinking of it like in a very masculine, strategic way, but at least you know where to start showing up, where to start positioning yourself, because you know who you're looking for and you know what type of partners you're trying to attract. So that's the first thing. The second question, this one's funny. The second question that I'm commonly asked in regards to courtship and compatibility and coaching is, why isn't my feminine energy working? Or I'm trying to be more feminine. I'm trying to communicate from this place and it's not connecting. What's going on? Okay, so the question that you should be asking instead, again, I'm looking back and forth between my Instagram and my Facebook. But the question that you should be asking instead is, why do you see your femininity as a tool of manipulation? I really want you to think about that, because I hear this a lot, even in coaching sessions, when people feel like, well, I did this and it didn't hit, or it didn't land, or I tried to say this and why wasn't it immediately received, or how come they didn't do what I wanted them to do, right? So you're looking at it as a tool of manipulation, which actually isn't feminine at all. It's actually coming from the masculine, because you are trying to accomplish a goal. You're trying to strategize. You're trying to control. Essentially, you're trying to control the outcome. So I would do some soul searching and dig deeper to figure out, why is it that you see your femininity or your feminine energy or your God-given blessing as a woman as a tool of manipulation for the opposite sex? And this has a lot to do with culture. It has a lot to do with media. It has a lot to do with whatever influences that you're around and how they look at being a woman and the value of being a woman. So instead of trying to figure out how can you better use your feminine energy or your femininity in order to get someone while you're courting them or you're in a relationship with them to do what you want them to do or to give you what you want, really try to figure out, why do you see it as a tool of manipulation? Because that's some soul searching and some core work that needs to be done in order so you can actually show up in that energy, like I said, more authentically and from a place that's actually going to build good connection. And the third question that I get asked a lot in regards to compatibility and courtship, and the question that you should be asking instead, is, why do I always attract the same kinds of men? Now, this one, this is a layered question. And it is a good question. I don't want to say that's not a good question, because that's a starter question. All these questions, as far as, where do I find someone? Why isn't my feminine communication or my feminine energy, why isn't it connecting properly? Why is it blocking me from building like authentic connections? And also, why do I keep attracting the same type of partners? Those are good questions to ask, but they're just not the right question. Like, that's like that's just a starter question. There's a deeper question that has to follow up through that. So if you're trying to figure out, why do you keep attracting the same type of partners or the same type of experiences, the better question is, what patterns do you have that's causing those people to be attracted to you? Or what are you drawing in? Where are you communicating from that is causing you to entice and be on a frequency with people that are in a certain space or want certain things? What boundaries are you not implementing? What values are you not upholding? Get really clear on those things, because if you are doing the same things and you have the same wounded passion patterns, if you aren't familiar with the wounded passion patterns, I talk about this all the time. You can check it out in the podcast. Probably have some posts on my page. But these wounded passion patterns that you're struggling with, that's going to give you a lot of insight as to why you keep doing the same things, why you keep showing up in the same ways, why you keep going to the same places, why you keep drawing in the same experiences, because you are also an active participant. Don't give your power away when it comes to your love life. You are an active participant in how it goes. It's a two-way street. It takes two people to build and create a relationship. So go ahead and examine those things. And if you listen to this, I want you to join me in my free, it's a private women's only Facebook group. It's for women's only. Free Facebook group. You can post comments. You can, any discussion topics, any questions that you have. And like I said, I also provide free tools and resources that are exclusive to that community. So join it. It's Captivating Courtship Code Facebook group. I'll put the link in the comments. Let me just put it in here. You can also go, if you're watching this on Instagram, you can, go to the link in my bio. Let me type this in here. Sorry. You can go ahead and go to the link in my bio so that you are able to go straight to the Facebook group and go ahead and join. And I will catch you guys soon. Y'all have a good day.